get started, you want to put your threads in colour order. So for me, I've got one contrast colour, then two background colours, then a different contrast colour, and then two background colours. And I've got a mirror image of this on the other side. So you want to separate your threads into two sections, and then take both your middle threads, one from each side, and then knot these together. And then taking the next colour in your sequence, you want to knot these towards the centre at both sides. And then when they're both in the centre, you can knot these two together. And then taking your first contrast colour at either side, you can knot these both towards the centre at both sides. And when they're both in the centre, you can just knot them both together. So taking the next colour in your sequence, which will be a background colour, you want to work towards the centre both times when you're going over the same background colour. And then get into your first contrast colour, you want to switch positions, so work with your contrast colour and then knot away from the centre. And this creates your diamond pattern. And then you want to do the same thing on the other side. So again, with your contrast colour, work that one over the other thread away from the centre. And then with position switch, take your background colour in the centre and knot those together. And then working with your next background colour, you want to repeat the same process. So over the same colour, you're just going to knot towards the centre, and then you're going to switch positions when you get to your contrast colour. and in the centre once again just knot them both together. So when you've done that, you should be left with one contrast colour at the end. So to do this one, you're going to treat it slightly differently, and you're going to work towards the centre all the way across. So here, because you've got two different contrasting colours, you could go either way. You want to pick which colour you want to be your dominant colour, so which one you want to go over the top. For me, I've decided on the outside colour, so you want to knot that over the top of your other contrast colour. And you want to do this at both sides. And once you've got both of your second contrast colour in the centre, once again you can just knot them together. So you can see the pattern starting to take shape there. So you can take your next colours, which should be background colours, and this time you're going to be changing position for both your contrast colours. So knot towards the centre of your background colour, and then taking your first contrast colour, switch positions again and knot away from the centre. And then knot towards the centre of your next two background colours. And then when you get to your second contrast colour, once again switch positions and knot away from the centre. And then repeat this at the other side. Once you switch those positions, you can knot your two background colours together. You can see your pattern starting to emerge a bit there, I think. So now you want to take your outside background colour and then your contrast colour, and again you're working away from the centre, and this brings your other contrast colour to the outside edge. And then once you're at your other contrast colour, again, just knot away from the centre. You're always going to knot away from the centre with your contrast colours over your background colours. And then you want to do the same thing at the other side. So now you've switched the position of your contrast colour and your other contrast colour is on the outside. So as normal at the beginning, when you're going over the background colour, you just want to knot towards the centre both times. But this time when you get to your other contrast colour, you don't want to knot it over the top because you want that colour to be the overlapping colour. So you want that colour to remain on the top. So you're going to switch positions here and knot this colour over the other colour. And then when you're back to your background colour, again you can knot towards the centre both times. Then you want to do the same thing at the other side. So taking the contrast colour that you want to be the bottom contrast colour, if you get what I'm saying, you can knot it towards the centre while ever you're going over the background colour. But when you get to the contrast colour that you want to be on top, you're going to switch positions as you would normally do over your background colours and then knot the contrasting colour away from the centre. And this keeps one diamond over the top of the other diamond. And then when you're back to your background colour, once again you can just knot towards the centre as you normally would do. And then when you get to the centre, once again just knot them both together. So you should see that your dominant colour is always going over the top and your other colour is always at the bottom. You just want to repeat these steps until the bracelet's as long as you want it to be. And when you've got the bracelet as long as you want it, you should end up with a pattern that looks like this. So now you just want to try on your bracelet. So that is your overlapping diamond pattern bracelet.